Happy Tuesday, everyone. Thank you for joining me for the 4:30 p.m. virtual Vinyasa class. I hope everybody had a very Merry Christmas. We will start today with back of our mats and child's pose. So coming to the back of your mat, bringing your big toes to touch, allowing your knees to fall out wide, starting to walk your hands out, sinking your hips towards your heels. Allowing your forehead to rest on the mat. Starting to connect with your breath here. Equal parts inhales and exhales. We'll start with the breathing exercise. Taking an inhale for the count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding it at the top. And exhale, releasing. Taking another inhale. Staying for the exhale. Slowly starting to walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. Allowing your forehead to rest on the ground. Walking your hands back through center. Sinking your chest between your thighs. Maybe coming up on your fingertips. Sinking your chest. Feeling that deep stretch through your shoulders. Now placing your palms back on the mat. And walking your hands over to your left side. Walking your hands back through center. Begin to push yourself up and come into a seated position. Easy seat. Placing your hands on your knees or wherever they're comfortable. We're going to come into square breath. So beginning to close down your eyes. Taking a deep inhale for the count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding it at the top for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding it at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhaling for the count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding it at the top for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding it at the bottom for the count of 4. Inhaling for the count of 4. Holding it at the top for the count of 4. Exhaling for the count of 4. Holding it at the bottom for the count of 4. Inhaling for the count of 5. Holding it at the top for the count of 5. Exhaling for the count of 5. And fully releasing your breath. Placing one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. Connecting with the rhythm of your breath. Taking a deep inhale. And exhale. Getting rid of all of that stale air that you brought with you today. Taking another deep inhale. And exhale. Placing your hands on your knees. Dropping your chin to your chest. Continuing to breathe. Bringing your chin over to your right shoulder. Inhaling as we come back through center. Exhaling as we bring our chin over to our left shoulder. Allowing your head to fall back. Inhaling as you bring your chin to your chest. Exhaling as you bring your chin to your right shoulder. Bringing your head all the way back if that feels safe. And then bringing your chin over to your left shoulder. Bringing your head back through center. Extending your legs out long in front of you. Inhaling your arms up high. Exhaling into a forward fold. From here, we're going to come into a tabletop position. Stacking your shoulders over your wrists. Your hips over your heels. Or your hips over your knees. Inhaling your right arm up high. Exhaling as we thread our needle under our body. Placing our right ear on the mat. Extending our left arm out long in front of us. Option to take that left hand for a wrap to your opposite hip crease. We'll just stay here for a few breaths. Placing your left hand back under your left shoulder. Extending your right arm back up high. And placing your right hand back on the mat. Inhaling your left arm up high. Threading your left hand under your body. Placing your left ear on the mat. Extending your right arm out long in front of you. Option to take that right hand for a wrap to your opposite hip crease. Placing your right hand back into your shoulder, extending your left hand up high, and placing your left hand back on the mat. We'll come into some cat-cows next. Inhaling as you drop your belly towards the mat, opening up through your chest, lifting your gaze, spreading your fingertips wide, maybe closing down your eyes, maybe swaying side to side or back and forth. Exhaling as we come into cat, shifting our hips forward, allowing our chin to fall towards our chest. Inhaling into cow, exhaling into cat. Inhaling into cow, exhaling into cat. Taking 2 more of these at your own pace. Meeting me back in a neutral spine. Maybe walking out your hands just a little bit. And we're going to bring our bodies into a circular motion as you go forward And then coming all the way back, going to the left and to the right, and shifting back. Doing this in a way that feels good in your own body. And then we're going to reverse. I like to come almost all the way down to the mat and then push back. And reverse. And we'll switch one more time. Keeping your fingertips spread wide. Coming back through center. Inhaling your right arm out long in front of you. Exhaling your left foot out long behind you. Flexing your left foot towards the mat. Lengthening through your crown. Maybe bringing your left foot up a tad bit higher. Your right arm a tad bit higher. And we'll pulse for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Coming back to your mat. Inhaling your left arm out long in front of you. Your right leg out long behind you. Flexing your right toes towards the mat. Lengthening through your crown. Maybe bringing your right foot up a little bit higher. And we'll pulse for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Coming back into a neutral spine. And we'll push back into our first downward facing dog. Your feet should be about hip width distance apart in downward facing dog. Fingertips are spread wide. Beginning to walk out your heels, lifting one heel, lifting the other. Allowing your chest to sink towards your thighs. Making sure that your fingertips are spread wide. Maybe swaying side to side if that feels good. This is your practice, so I want to make sure you always do what feels good in your body. Inhaling your heels off of the mat for calf raises. Exhale, lowering them back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Hovering your knees over the mat for a static hold. Lengthening through your crown. And pushing back into your downward facing dog. Locking out your heels for just a moment longer. Connecting with your breath. Sinking your chest towards your thighs. Continuing to walk your dog, allowing your chest to sink towards your legs as they come up. Finding some stillness. Fingertips are spread wide. Inhaling your right leg up high. Bringing your right leg through center. Popping your back foot down for a warrior one. Shifting your hips towards the front of the room. Exhaling your hands up high for a warrior one. Exhaling into a warrior two. Bringing your back foot to a 90-degree angle. Really bending into this front leg. Stacking your knee over your ankle. Arms are out wide and strong. Exhaling into a reverse warrior. Coming back into a warrior two. And cartwheeling your hands down to the mat. Coming into a high plank. And we'll take a chaturanga, shifting your weight forward, tucking your elbows in, lowering down to the mat, unflipping your toes, pushing into an upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Taking a moment to reconnect with your breath here. Inhaling your left leg high, bringing your left foot through center, popping your back foot down to a 45-degree angle, shifting your hips towards the front of the room, exhaling your hands up high for a warrior one, exhaling into a warrior two, back foot comes to a 90-degree angle, arms are out wide and strong. Inhale, reverse your warrior, high-fiving the back wall. Inhaling back into a warrior two, and cartwheeling your hands down to the mat, taking it through a chaturanga. Let's walk, step, or jump our feet to the front of our mat. Staying hinged over, grabbing the backs of your ankles, allowing your head to hang heavy. Maybe swaying back and forth, allowing your weight to shift from your heels to the top of your feet. Seeing how that feels. Maybe swaying side to side. Bringing your feet to touch. Slowly starting to rise into a mountain pose, one vertebrae at a time. Palms are facing the front of the room. Inhaling into extended mountain. Bringing your palms to touch, taking a slight back bend. Coming back through center, and allowing your palms to come to the right side of the room. For a crescent moon. Keeping your hips out to the left, your arms to the right. Coming back through center, and we'll cross over to the left. Coming back through center, swan diving into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling into extended mountain. Exhaling into chair pose. Practicing on your arms. Maybe sinking a little bit further. All of your weight should be in your heels, not the front of your feet, but your heels. Bringing your hands through heart center. We'll prayer twist to the right. Option up to open up and fly away. Bringing your hands back through center, and we'll prayer twist to the left. Inhaling your hands back through center, sinking your hips down a little bit further, and exhaling into a forward fold. Placing your hands on the mat, stepping your feet back, and taking it through a chaturanga. Inhaling your right leg high, bringing your right foot through center for a low lunge. swaying back and forth. Placing your left hand on the mat, and then your right arm up high. We'll just stay here for a few breaths. Placing your right hand back on the mat, extending your right leg out long behind you, replacing it with your left, swaying back and forth in a runner's lunge. Keeping your right hand planted, extending your left arm up high. We'll just stay here for a few breaths. Inhales and exhales through your nose. Bringing your left hand back to the mat. Extending your left leg out long behind you and pushing back into a downward facing dog. Inhaling your right leg high, bringing your right foot through center, coming into a warrior two. Arms are out wide and strong. Back foot is at a 90-degree angle. And let's rotate our feet to where our heels are in, our toes are out. Bringing your hands through heart center. Let's start to swivel down into a goddess squat. And we'll pulse for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lifting your right heel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lifting your left heel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Beginning to rise. Inhaling your arms up high. Exhaling into a forward fold. Coming down to your right side. And then shifting over to your left. Coming back through center. Bringing your left hand to your right ankle. Right hand up high. And we'll switch. And switch. 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 It's our last one. Bringing your hands back through center. Placing your hands on your hips. Using your core to rise. Moving back into a warrior two. Cartwheeling your hands down to the mat. And taking it through a chaturanga. Inhaling your left leg high, bringing your left foot through center for a high lunge. Keeping your arms lifted up high. And we'll just hold here for a few breaths. Placing your hands on the mat, stepping your foot back, pushing into the downward facing dog. Inhaling your right leg high. Bringing your right foot through center for a high lunge. Extending your arms up high. And just stay here for a few breaths. Placing your hands back on the mat, stepping your foot back, and taking it through a chaturanga. Lowering yourself down to your mat, we'll come into child's pose for a short Savasana break. Spreading your legs wide, allowing your hips to sink towards your heels, locking your hands out long in front of you, sinking your chest between your thighs. Maybe walking your fingertips out just a little bit further. Push ourselves up into a high plank, tucking in your elbows, lowering all the way down to the mat. Extending your right arm out long to your side, just like this. Bending your left knee, and then bringing your left foot to the right side of your body, placing your ear on the mat. We'll stay in this posture for about 10 breaths. Remembering to breathe equal parts inhales and exhales.
You could play it out, but all of it's in your hand. Holding on with both two hands. Gotta let go. Is it really you? Knocking at your own door. Always looking for something.
Coming back to neutral. Bringing your elbows directly into your shoulders. First Sphinx pose. Spreading your fingertips wide. Maybe closing down your eyes. Dropping your shoulders. Allowing your chin to sink towards your chest.
It's a star. It's a star.
Allowing your chin to come over to your right shoulder. Bringing your chin back to your chest. Then allowing your chin to come back over to your left shoulder. Bringing your head back through center. Coming all the way down. Sending your left arm out long. Bending your right knee and allowing your right foot to come to the left side of your body. Placing your right hand directly in front of your chest. And allowing your temples to rest on the mat.
You just gotta let that old story go. You just gotta let that good river flow.
Coming back through center. Let's push ourselves all the way up for a standing posture. So we'll ground down into our right foot. Grounding down into your right big toe. So grounding down into your right foot. Beginning to pick your left foot off of the mat. Just hovering it over the mat. And beginning to lift it a little bit higher. Keeping your foot flexed. Your left foot flexed. Placing your hands on your hips, at your sides, cactusing them out wherever you would like. Bringing them to your heart center, wherever you feel the most stability. And then we're going to slowly start to bring our left foot behind us. And we'll just stay here for just a few breaths. If you fall out, that's totally fine. Releasing your left leg. Walking out your feet for a moment. Now we'll ground down into our left foot. Hunting down into your heel and your big toe. Lifting up your right foot, just hovering it over the mat. Placing your hands wherever you feel comfortable, wherever you feel the most balance. Starting to lift that right foot up just a little bit higher. Noticing how different this side feels than the other side. Slowly starting to bring that right foot behind us.
Letting go of your attachment.
And we'll just stay here for a few breaths.
To outcomes. Letting go to the way things are.
Slowly starting to come out of this posture. Walking out your heels. Walking out your feet. Let's come down onto our bottoms. Extending our right leg out long. Tucking our left foot in. Squaring off to our right foot. And we'll forward fold. Trying to make that forehead to knee connection to activate our thyroid hormone.
Right, it doesn't go with right or wrong. It would get deeper and deeper.
Inhaling your arms up high, placing your left hand behind you, and coming up into a back bend. Lowering down to the mat, tucking in your right foot, extending your left leg out long, squaring off to your left foot, and we'll forward fold, making that forehead to knee connection.
I could sense a lifetime of judgment against myself. And letting that go.
Inhaling your arms back up high, placing your right hand behind you, and pushing your hips off of the mat. Lowering all the way down. And we'll come into a bridge pose. Bringing your heels in towards your glutes. Clasping your hands behind you. Maybe shimmying your shoulders under your back and lifting your hips off of the mat. Option to come onto your tippy toes. Tucking your chin towards your chest.
It didn't transcend my ego, we became partners.
Exhaling as we lower down to the mat. Lowering all the way down, tucking your knees in, rocking side to side, taking a happy baby. Extending your arms out long, bringing them out to a T, and we'll just rotate our hips from side to side, bringing them to the right, and then allowing them to fall to the left. Noticing how good that feels in your lower back. The spinal twist. Spinal twists are excellent for digestion and just serve so many different health benefits in your body. So important that we get our spinal fluids moving around every day. Bringing your legs back through center. Grabbing the outside edges of your feet, taking a happy baby. Rocking side to side. closing down your eyes. Exhaling as we release our feet, extending our legs out long for our final resting posture, Shavasana. Allowing your feet to fall to the outside edges of your mat. Extending your arms out by your side if that feels comfortable. Option to cactus out your arms, whatever feels good in your body. And taking this last few minutes, class for yourself. Thanking yourself for coming to your mat. Thanking yourself for finding some stillness. You're welcome to stay in this posture for as long as you'd like. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this class. I hope you all have a very good Christmas and that you all have a very good New Year's. The light and the love in me sees, honors, and encourages the light and love in each of you.